The people of commerce were the ones who met mainly individuals and societies of other cultures. Land freight, as the most common freight method, can often be a multi-month process. Many goods flourished in specific locations of the then known world, such as traveling to India's spices, Chinese silk and tea, Chios mastic, African coffee, and Oriental cotton. To reach everything, for example in Europe's major markets, a huge journey was required, unthinkable for today. To reach everything, for example in Europe's major markets, a huge journey was required, unthinkable for today. A journey with daily stops to a new place where through the slow pace of a carriage or a camel you could observe in detail the slow transition from one socio-cultural context to another. The slow transition from the green hill with the tall stone houses to the arid earthen landscape with people living in houses carved into the rocks. Apart from their goods, however, the merchants always carried with them their cultural identity, a cultural identity that included language, external characteristics, beliefs and philosophy of life and experiences. Along with all this, they carried their musical tradition. A specific set of rhythmic, harmonic and melodic elements which set their personal and collective music code, the songs and the instrumental melodies of the place from which they had started their long journey. And if most of the time all this was conveyed and performed through their voice and the dancing movements of their body, surely there would be cases where they carried with them an instrument, either for companionship and personal entertainment or as a commodity for sale. The ancient silk, tea and spicy routes were land-based networks beginning in the Far East, connecting with India, continuing west through Iran and present-day Arab countries until it reached its eastern Mediterranean ports, such as Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, etc. From there, they usually continued by boat to reach the ports of Europe, for instance Venice and Genoa, and then again via land routes to share in the European hinterland. Can we imagine music as a commodity? Can we imagine a caravan loaded with musical goods which at each stop unloads a little of these goods, and at the same time in the vacuum that has been created for the passing merchant to buy a local musical merchandise? An exchange of musical experiences and information between people who may have never met before, most likely not meeting again. It is also very possible that the local who met the merchant did not know the location of the place from which the merchant loaded his musical goods, or at best had simply heard of this place, without hoping that he would ever be able to visit it. Both sides, the merchant and the local, accept the new musical goods effortlessly and unconsciously, unless of course one of them buys an instrument that arouses their curiosity. The merchant overnights at an inn in a well-known city or at a random location during his trip. He is more likely to speak a different language from the hotel owner and other customers. he will sit next to a group of local having fun with local songs. During this improvised party, the merchant constantly loads the musical merchandise that is generously given to him. Without realizing it, he stores it very carefully in the deepest and most protected holds of his memory and locks them so that they do not leave him by mistake. Throughout the trip, the merchant constantly looks carefully at the goods from the inn to see if they are in good condition and to verify what exactly the goods are. After he finally completes his journey and he and the musical goods arrive safely at home, he will immediately present with more joy and pride to his fellow citizens the newly brought musical goods. A commodity from a place unknown to the locals, who will not even go into the process of asking which is the place of origin of the commodity. All they will do is observe and explore the new music material. How does the material really work? How can one use it or reproduce it? How similar is it to their own music material? Could the old coexist harmoniously with the new musical material? What small corrections need to be made to the new to be able to apply to the old? And the time of crisis is coming. The group collectively will have to decide on the fate of the new music material. If the decision is negative, it means that the new material cannot be included in the existing one. Therefore, it goes to the recycled music bin. The old material continues its course in the present unchanged. If the group's decision is positive, then the new music material is already considered part of the group's musical expression code. It may just need a little finishing to officially get its new local ID. In this case, a new page has been written in the history of this local music. Its shape, even a little, has changed. And if we go back to the inn, the locals would have entered the exact same process if the merchant decided to participate in the spontaneous party with songs and dances from his place. Certainly, the above two cases were not the rule, but it is a capable condition to describe as a caricature the musical interaction between social groups from the depths of the past to the present. Maybe we can think about it according to how we react to the discovery of a music video on YouTube. At first, we are enchanted, then we try to find more information about the musical style. We realize how we had not discovered it for so many years, and in the end, we try to assimilate it and integrate it into our personal music universe, and at the same time become a collective property through the notification, directly through the group processing or indirectly through the presentation of the integrated material to the public, of the discovery to the members of the music community, where each of us always belongs consciously or unconsciously. We conclude that commercial networks were the ones that determined the type and manner of communication, interaction, and exchange of musical ideas and materials between related or diametrically opposite cultural groups. The trade of material goods has been going on since the birth of the very process of trade with musical interactions. From the states of closed society and exclusive contact with a narrow geographical area, the human community discovers the concept of diversity and different ideas and goods of another near or far community. Musical information and inventions travel to unknown places, testing the human senses for anything new. In the depths of human history, the respective commercial network that was created determined the movement of musical material.